Hi, how's it going? This is Daniel Kraus, and this is just my little behind the scenes video for my project Finding Lancelot, just in case you wanted to see kind of what I did to pull this off. So basically, I took this, I divided the whole experience in scenes, right? So I made one massive map because in the editor, in the Warcraft 3 world editor, because I just thought it was easier and it's just better with this editor if you can pull it off in one map. And I walled off each area just in case there was a way the player could get to the borders. There's just these walls here, and it kind of just goes, from my organizational standpoint, it just goes from like you're reading a book. So the first scene's here, second scene, third, and then it hits the end, and then it goes down below for more scenes. So for my own organizational purposes, this is how I did it. And most of the stuff you see visually, you can just see it right here. So you'll see some people right there. You see props here. If you zoom inside, I edited stuff inside. And, there's trees and stuff. But most of what you actually experience is in the trigger editor, which is basically where the visual scripting is. So I have a whole variables section for, various quests that you need to do. I have nameplates here, response controls. That's basically just like, when you click a button. Then I divided the whole, so you have all these scenes, and everything is, every little thing had to be scripted. I mean, this took a long time, especially with this editor. I basically was manipulating the editor to do things it wasn't necessarily designed for. So that's why it took a long time. It's a great editor, but for what I was doing, it was pretty intense, but I'm glad I pulled it off. So yeah, it just goes scene by scene. It does things, and it waits, and every little dividers, basically, it needs player input. So that's why this is separated from this, is because you need to click in order to. So anytime there's player input, it's a whole nother trigger, and it just keeps going like this. And this is where the visual novel stuff comes into play. This is where all that text is right here. All that text in the whole story is here. This is just to mimic an RPG like World of Warcraft experience. And here's the various quest starting little pop-ups, and here's just a little health warning. So yeah, these are just all the triggers. I'm gonna go to the object editor. I believe this is in. Yeah, so I created my own custom objects for various things. So this is Lancelot. Merlin's in here. There's the main character. So any sort of custom unit that you see in the story is in there. Object manager, asset manager. Here's a bunch of sounds I found from World of Warcraft. All sorts of sounds I put in there. Campaign, editor, modules, windows. That's basically it. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this little behind the scenes, and I hope you learned something about my little process. Basically what I did was, I wrote, for this very specialized project, I actually wrote the story first, and then I divided it into various quests you needed to do. Then I learned about the engine, and I figured which various triggers you needed. I learned how to, just organize the whole thing into chapters and things like that. And then I just went along and just dug my feet in and just did the whole thing. So yeah, that was my process, and I hope you enjoyed.